So, okay, speaking of Olympics, I mean, I love watching sports that I only watch once every 4 years.
Yeah.
And even if they're on any other time, I won't watch it. Gymnastics is one of those sports.
Yeah.
And obviously Simone Biles.
Doesn't seem right to watch it any time other than the Olympics. You really can get into it.
Yeah, USA.
Yeah, USA.
For that, it's Team USA all the way. Now, I did a thing on Instagram talking about the Simone Biles situation. More has even developed since then. So she obviously, we all know what happened. But what's your thoughts on that? I mean, because you grew up playing all sports.
Yeah.
How as an athlete, as a competitor, how do you? And obviously, we're not world-class gymnasts, but either way, we're world-class workers, employees.
I mean, listen, it doesn't matter, who you are or what you do. Stress is a real part of life.
Yeah.
Right? There's all different types of stress. I mean, everybody, regardless of age, has experience with stress.
Right.
Now, there's lots of different ways to deal with it. She clearly is. I mean, she's the greatest female gymnast of all time, the most accoladed. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and I think she
might even be the all-time male
gymnast medal.
Yeah,
she has 7 medals.
Yeah, so I mean, who am I to argue with her accomplishments? But
right.
But I think that's where we are as a society, is that your entire life, if you're a public figure, is just out there for people to review and criticize and do whatever they want.
Right.
With. It's not right, but it's reality. That's why you see so many people, that they shut down their Twitter account, or, hey, I'm off Facebook now, or whatever. So I'm sure none of that is helping her, because it's really hard to get away from it. Now, what she does as a gymnast is,
ridiculous.
It is. All of those gymnasts are so impressive.
Well, she's doing stuff
Yeah.
that even the judges don't necessarily know how to judge.
They don't have any experience with judging it, because she's doing things that they
never
haven't
seen that
performed.
before.
Yeah, right.
What do I score that?
Right. So I hear about like the twisties. Like if I'm kind of, my steps are off, or I'm in the air and I kind of get lost. Well, if you're a pilot and you're in the air and you don't have the right you visibility and things, you kind of get lost, right? Well, listen, if she says that she wasn't feeling quite right or 100% solid on going to perform at her best, who am I to judge that? That's only she really knows, and her team. So I respect the fact that she did that, and it probably takes a lot of courage to do that when you have a nation or a world looking at you in the Olympics. I don't, again, thinking about what she's accomplished in the sport.
Mm-hmm.
And the pressures that came along with that, there's no way the competitor in her wanted to not compete and win every gold medal that she could win. Okay, you don't ever stop wanting to win as a competitor and do your best. But it took a lot of guts, in my opinion, for her to decide, I might take some hardship for this, but it's the right thing to do. Mm-hmm. And I'm betting her team was pretty supportive of that.
Yeah, they didn't seem to be like, mad at her at all.
No.
And
which tells me this is something that actually goes on more than we know.
Yeah.
Not just probably in gymnastics, but all sports. I mean, people deal with, mental health, stress, these are real deals. This pandemic, I can tell you, ain't helping any of it.
No, that's going to weigh on a lot of people. Now, she had something with her medication too. I guess she's on ADHD medication, and in Japan, that medication is illegal. So from the rumors are that she was not allowed to take her medication. And
well, what's interesting to me is, if it was not a banned substance by the IOC, so this is the Olympics. Why wouldn't the IOC overrule? This is a temporary. Again, she's.
Well, that's something they might want to look at in the future. But right now, it's the government trumps the IOC.
But did they know that going into it?
Well, I'm sure the IOC knows this. And
I mean, that seems like a big controversy brewing.
Yeah, because if I'm a member of the IOC, I would say, hey, if we go here are the list of medications players, athletes cannot take if we're going to have the Olympics in that country. It would be something that I would, on the committee, negotiate ahead of time.
I wouldn't consider, again, does it help improve her performance? Well, as a human being, yes, but as an athlete, no, I don't think we would consider ADHD medication performance enhancing.
It's not performance enhancing. It's mental clarity enhancing.
Yeah, okay. So
I don't think it should be banned.
No, this is, it's crazy. But so maybe, again, so if she made the right decision if she was not able to go through her normal process and routine and feel 100% confident that she is the going to go out and do tricks that nobody else can do. I want a full tank of gas before I get up in the air.
Yeah.
If I don't have the full tank of gas, I'm going to be a little nervous.
Taking off there's some indicator lights on.
Yeah,
we're not taking off.
And so again, but to your point, I just think we've gotten to the point in our society that we're getting so one way or the other on how we treat people that it's just not. I don't care what your background is, color, race, ethnicity, doesn't matter. No. She's a person. She had a real situation. It's just not. I just didn't find it appropriate,
dude. Look, I root for the U.S. I'm rooting for you. I want you to win.
Yeah.
And hey, look, even if you ran and missed the vault and just somersaulted your way down the runway because you choked, like it's okay. Yeah. Like I get choking. We're golfers.
Yeah.
Like you lose your focus.
Do it every third hole.
Man, I've shanked. Dead shit. Where did that come from? I don't even know. I thought I had my focus. Maybe I didn't.
Yeah.
And then, you shank one. I'll tell you, as a golfer, we understand the twisties to some degree because you shank one, then you shank it, and you're like, I'm done. I'm a mental wreck.
I need to go home, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, you need something. And so even keeping your mental focus, like for 4 hours, impossible. You've just got to understand that. But you know what,
though? Every person who probably came out negatively towards her, criticizing her, I bet if we looked into their lives, they have all had situations where they're glad we didn't do that to them.
100%.
You know what I mean? It's easy to sit behind the keyboard and say, gosh, she's weak. She's not patriotic. Mm-hmm. What a terrible American. What a letdown it is. Who do you think was most let down by her not being able to perform?
Yeah, herself.
Exactly.
None of these haters on her have, I would imagine they've never played a team sport in their life.
No, or they did and they weren't very well liked.
Yeah, maybe they got cut. They were not good.
Well, because you see the other athletes that have come out. This is a real deal, and that's what I'm saying. It's not even just athletes. You mentioned, all professions. Anybody who gets up every day has got to, they're going to work. They've got stressors at work. They got family commitments. Life can be stressful.
Yeah. Okay. So let's say you're you run a sales team, right?
Yeah.
Okay. One guy, let's say he's going through a divorce, and he's got a big meeting, a huge client that he's meeting with, and dude, like it's a big deal of the company, the biggest for the company.
Yeah.
And he's right in the middle of the divorce. They're fighting over their kids. Like, it's ugly. What are you going to do? You're going to say, dude, good luck? Or are you going to be like, hey, dude, why don't you sit on the sidelines and we'll let...
These are real things. We're dealing with real people. I manage a number of people, and they have their, they've got their clients and their families, and they have real life experiences going on. And it's whether it's, with them directly or siblings or loved ones. Yep. It's a stressor, and you have to. Of course, I'm super supportive of my team and my peers, and
right.
I'm more of the guy that says, okay, don't worry about it. We'll figure this out. What can I do to help you? Right? I'm not sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, you're a top producer. You mean you can't put that crap aside and go close a big deal? What a weakling you are. Who would ever? I can't even imagine even thinking about doing that.
That's not even, It doesn't even sound right coming out of someone's mouth.
No, I'm sitting here thinking, well, like, so people that know me tuning into this are gonna be like, they're probably laughing right now, saying, "You would first of all never say it." It's kind of funny, but you would never say that. You just can't.
Just suck it up.
Listen, you know how to treat people. You
Get
don't
on
know
that
how
bar.
to treat people. I mean, you're a good person or you're not a good person. You like yourself or you don't like yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, and so I just, if Simone checks our podcast and what have you,
come on the show, Simone.
Yeah, come on
Hang
the
out
show.
with us.
Kudos to you and the Olympians that are out there competing, and you're doing some awesome stuff. We're all envious. I mean, just the whole experience. I don't have anything negative to say about it.
I would say to the haters, just, as a parting gift, go work hard at anything for one day, as hard as Simone worked any given day of her training to make the team.
Yep.
And you would probably die of exhaustion or have wild success. Like, one of the two things is going to happen, and you would understand. But the problem is most people are just so lazy and they don't put hard work into anything they do that they hate on somebody who doesn't perform at an unrealistic level that they can't even fathom what it's like.
Yeah. I think the comments from folks, it tells you instantly about them.
100%.
You know what I mean? I'll go through my Twitter feed sometimes, and I follow things that are interesting to me, of course. And I don't do a ton of interaction on Twitter. I call it Witter. It should be Witter.
It should be.
So I'll do a nice comment here and there, but a lot of times it's just I'm reading the venom that comes out of folks on these topics, and I'm immediately like, what is wrong with you? I mean, you have to have a lot of time on your hands to even come up with this stuff. And I see why people decide to block people, shut them off. It's just, I get requests. I'm getting more and more requests all the time to talk to me on Twitter or on Instagram, and I'm blocking a lot of stuff.
You.
It's just not worth it.
I get some haters on the channel. Most people who watch the channel are 100% just awesome people. And every now and then you get some nutball that says something stupid.
Oh yeah.
And
I was like, thank you for your interest.
Thank you for telling me who you are.
Right.